What is up, guys? This is Last Chat. We are back with your daily dose of the Last Chat. Today is another day that I'm talking about push-ups and curls. Now, I've been doing it for 2 weeks now, and I'm not gonna at all prescribe this to anyone. So please don't think that I'm telling you to do this as though it's a smart decision. I'm doing it purely out of curiosity and to see if I can get some arm gains, because I've always thought that my arms are small. Now, before I even get into the video, in the background you're gonna be seeing me doing my push-ups and curls, and it's already on day, I believe, 1 with the 3rd round. You guys can see I'm starting to get some pretty hefty stretch marks on the inside of my arms and on the other side as well. My shoulders are completely tightened up almost every single morning I wake up. The first couple reps really hurt, and you'll see it when I do my reps. Like the first 1 or 2 reps are just so painful. Like I'm agonizingly sore from those first 2 reps. As soon as I get some blood flow in there, it starts to get a little bit better. But honestly, I'm gonna have to start doing some sort of rehab or something to try and prevent my shoulders from having any injuries. By the way, before I forget, if you guys wanna see me gymming in a tutu, click here. So that's just a little note that I wanted to put there. Now, I am seeing a lot of results in terms of my strength going up. So my push-ups are now at 22 reps every single time I do push-ups. So I'm doing 5 sets of 22 reps. And then with my curls, I'm doing 5 sets of 25 reps. So eventually I'm gonna hit 30 reps, then I'm gonna have to scale it and think, how am I gonna make this more challenging, more interesting, and still getting that shock the muscle principle that Arnold did. You always have to shock the muscle. Other than that, it's just a slog, day in and day out. Like I said in the first week, you have to be making sure that you're eating. If you're not gonna be eating, you're not gonna be gaining. You know, the Last Chad, we're always about always being hungry. Now, if you're not hungry, you don't get the results. If you're not eating, you're not going to get the results. If you're not wanting to do this and pushing yourself through it every single day, even though you're absolutely pain-stricken to the point where your shoulders feel like they're about to snap off, then you're not going to get the results. You have to be pushing yourself to failure, and most of these sets, I haven't filmed the, I showed you guys just a few reps because it would just be a 20,000 minute long video, and I'll just be curling in front of you guys for so long, and you probably won't even click through it, because half
you guys don't even watch my videos the whole way through.
You have to make sure that you're doing your reps properly, making sure that they're strict, making sure that you're actually getting contractions and pushing yourself to failure. I go basically to the point where it feels like I'm about to pass out or bust a rotator, and then I stop. And then I do my next set, have a little rest, do my next set. The aim of these is to really try and get it done as quick as possible, so you aren't really wanting to lag around. Like 5 sets should only take you 12-15 minutes max. Now I do that with supersetting the push-ups and the curls. So most of the time, my biceps are getting pumped as well as my triceps are getting pumped. Now, interesting thing that I have found is my sleep has gotten a lot deeper since I started doing this. Probably because I am absolutely shattered at the end of every day, and Jake hears me talk about how much I hate how sore my shoulders are, how tight my shoulders are. But by the time I hit the pillow, I'm ready to sleep like a brick. So one thing that I have noticed is my sleep's gotten a little bit more intense. My appetite has gone through the roof. I'm noticing that the front of my delts, they used to be really sore in the first week. Now the second week they still are sore and they still are really tight. And you can see in a lot of the curls and the push-ups, my shoulders get a hefty pump. I'm finding that they're starting to be able to handle the push-ups and handle the curls better, because they're actually, I think the muscle's starting to grow. Hopefully that's the plan, right? My arms are definitely thickening out as well. I will have an update for you guys on my physique and what it looks like later on into the weeks, but at the moment there's nothing really too much that you can see. But the only thing to notice is my strength is going up. My pumps feel full. My triceps have started to not only hurt, but they just feel like the insertion is now getting a little bit lower down, which is really interesting. I don't know if that's actually happening. There's no science backing it, but it just feels like it is. If you guys wonder why I'm doing, sometimes I go close grip, sometimes I go a little bit out, or sometimes I angle my elbows out, it's basically just uncomfortable. My shoulders are so sore every single damn set that every time I can slightly change my grip, change the angle, I take the advantage of that without obviously changing the push-up too much, but just to give my shoulders a little bit of rest, because they end up getting quite tight, quite sore. One thing that I have also tried to incorporate before I start my sets is some red delt work. If you're not doing red delts, it's not going to help balance the shoulder out. So in between your sets, you can do a couple red delt flies, just pump them up a little bit, get them a little bit kind of blood flow there so it stabilizes the shoulder when you're in your push-ups and your curls. But other than that, just make sure you're drinking, make sure you're eating, make sure you're sleeping properly. We are officially onto basically the end of the video. We've got about a minute left to go and we've got 2 days left to go. Now, interesting thing that early on in week 2, you know, I was still in a lot of pain, but now towards the end of the week, there's a lot less pain in my body. People have commented and said that, you know, I'm gonna get arthritis or I'm gonna bust a joint or, you know, tear a tendon or something like that. And while that could be true, I'm basing it off my pain levels. So if you do the same thing and you're sore and you're in pain and it's really, really hurting, then I wouldn't say, you know, just fully push through it without addressing, okay, maybe it isn't just muscular. But for me, I'm just basically being a little. I think at this point, I'm pretty confident to say that I'm gonna be getting a lot of muscular gains out of this. Jake has already commented and said that my arms look bigger. I can't notice it because of my horrible crippling body dysmorphia, which riddles me of any ability to access my gains visually. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting stronger, so I'm happy. If you guys have enjoyed the video, make sure to stick around. Make sure to stick around for the next couple weeks and see what my progress is like. I appreciate you guys' support, and like I said, please don't try this. If you are gonna try it, make sure to DM me, let me know what you wanna do, and I'll at least give you some guidance or help. But do not try this if you're not in a bulk, because it is not gonna help you with recovering from it. Peace out. The last Chad loves you, saving you one rep at a time.